Alright, so today's video is gonna be a little bit, how do we say this? It's gonna be a little bit deep, right? I just want to talk about how easy it is to become the villain. It's all about perception, like how will you take what I say? So I don't like making it come off as an attack. I'm trying to make it more of an advice thing because I know a lot of people are already struggling as it is. Could be insecurity, could be growth, whatever it is. What I want to talk about today is learning to become healed so you don't become the villain. In a lot of movies and a lot of shows that you'll watch, you'll notice that the villain was never really born the villain. The villain is made. The world makes up a villain. And with everything that you see in movies, and I'll try use movie analogy because it's what a lot of people are familiar with and a lot of people do watch movies. So it's easier to just use the movie analogy. So in movies, right, you notice that the villain is never born. They are made, and the world makes them. The situations they are in makes them. So, does this justify what the villain does? Not at all. A lot of villains, when they're trying to like fight back and try to become the villain that they want to become, they don't usually go for money or they don't go for wealth. Well, I'm talking about like actual villains, like not your regular Disney or like your Netflix. No, I'm talking about like deeper villains, like people you've seen hurt. I'm not gonna give any movie references because you already know one in mind. You guys can like drop some recommendations that people can watch. And usually it's always seeing a hero's perspective. The movie always shows you how the hero is. Like the movie will show you how the chants are and everyone just chanting their name and how successful they are, but never really show how the villain was made. And this is where I just want to talk about it. So villains are people who perceive the world deeper than it actually really is. Have you ever asked yourself, or just took in the word don't take anything personal? The reason why that guy like stepped on your new shoe or ran the stop sign and kind of rear-ended your car or whatever it is or whatever happened, the reason why that happened does not justify your next cause. Because I did something wrong to you, you're not necessarily obligated to do the same thing to me or do something wrong to me. If I choose to see it from a different perspective, I can become the better person. This is where you hear about it, becoming the better person. But do you actually choose to become the better person? Because becoming a villain, it's more automatic because I'd say it's your first response to everything. Like if someone punched you, your first reaction would be trying to like punch him back, right? But it takes a lot of thought and processing and self-control for you to hold yourself back, kind of analyze the situation and ask why you're doing what you're going to do next. We're not talking about like people and how they are going to take it in. It's more of us. It's how we are going to get affected by the same thing. I read something the other day that someone was talking about your excuses are valid, but at the end of the day, they're still excuses. As much as we try to validate our environment or why things are happening to us, you do have 100% control of everything you choose to do for that or caused by that. A good analogy and a good example to use for this, you can have plant A and plant B. So plant A and plant B are both on the same garden. Plant A is born in a nice, good environment that gets sunlight, that gets, soil, good soil, water. It gets everything it needs to grow. But the other hand, where plant B is struggling to get the same sunlight, plant B is struggling to get water, plant B is struggling even get enough soil to even grow in, plant A is going to be better than plant B. Reason is because plant A was exposed to a better environment. Plant A was basically had an advantage over plant B. So the thing is, we're not plants. We are adaptable. We can change if we want to. And that's where we have an advantage. So you could be either plan A, that where you were born in a nice environment, everything was provided for you, and you can grow to become a good person. Or plan B, you could also be that where you were born in somewhere that you're not really advantaged, somewhere that you have, I'd say, financial stability, where you didn't get to see food every day on your table, where you had shared room or even had no room, so you had to sleep on the floor with your brothers and sisters. It's all different for us. But the thing is, you do have a chance to change that. And it's crazy for me to make such a general statement without knowing what your background is. But believe me when I tell you, the resource is out there to help you. That is why people say make the most out of where you are. Everything you come across, everything that you see, everything that passes you, and everything you experience has a reason to it. Learn to dig deeper and not just see everything shallow. That's where a lot of people see the opportunities and others don't. Everything that passes you by should always ring a bell. Did you make the most out of that or no? Because right now, people who are successful, and that's subjective depending on what your success is, captured an opportunity that was once there. Someone has a good relationship, they had to make that move. Someone who became financially free, they saw an opportunity and had to take advantage of it. A flash sale, they saw the opportunity and took it immediately. So, all this to say that you still have excuses, but at the same time, you still get opportunity. Learn to focus on your opportunities more than your excuses. Maybe you'll learn to see that not everything's all that bad. Believe me, it's a general statement, and I have no idea what you're going through or what could be happening to you right now. But what I know is that there are opportunities out there. There are people you come across every single day. Do you always let them know about it? Do you always let people know? And not just anyone. This is where discernment is really necessary because you can't just be telling everyone everything. You have to be particular and you have to specify the kind of people you want to share that kind of information with. People who can actually help you and just help you go up that ladder. Because I've talked about this before and I'll say it again. Whatever you focus on grows. If you focus on excuses, you'll have more excuses to add on to the ones that you already have. But if you start focusing on the opportunities that you see, that you come across, learn to leverage that. You might not be blessed with everything you want, but everything is out there for you to get. My grandfather once told me a story that I'll share with you. He said that Earth is like a playground and we're the children. And everything's there, the swings, the slides, so everything's out there. And you as the kid, you have to rush to what you want. If you want to do the slide, you can't walk to the slide. You have to rush to the slide. You have to sprint to the slide. If you want the swing, you have to sprint to that swing. It can't be you taking your time to go to do anything you want because this world does not favor you. This world does not favor anybody. It's always people who learn to leverage and take advantage of opportunities who end up being successful. So next time when you want to make an excuse about something, learn to ask yourself, what opportunities do I have right now that I can use to fix this excuse? Instead of trying to make that excuse grow, trying to leverage that opportunity that's around.